strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment, in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Looking for non-stop fun? Skyzone Beluxy at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Skyzone Beluxy truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Skyzone Beluxy.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Golfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Golfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiries is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Golfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Golfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Fosi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Fosi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Golfport. Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Golfport.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Where players dash with skates a flash, the home team trails behind. But they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees. They travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside. It's a good old hockey game.
Blue Ridge will go from right to left, wearing their road white uniforms. The Breakers and the home blacks go from left to right. We're ready to rock here at the Bay. And we are underway. Stoya tiptoeing, top of the point, holding one. Back over to Hugo Koch. Koch holds, finds Stoya, who's drive, score! Ross Bartlett redirects it home, and the Breakers strike first at home. Sometimes you just need the door to open on the power play, and that time a blast of a one-timer from Matt Stoya is tipped home by his former Seawolves and now Breakers teammate Ross Bartlett. Picks up his second with his new team, and it's 1-0 Biloxi. Good stick lift from Veilleux, but Jussot walks through and they score. What a dish from Dustin Jussot to the backside for Carson Gallagher, who pots. Or rather, that's Danny Martin. Martin with a one-timer from the low circle. Picks up his 15th of the season, and Blue Ridge with a quick answer, able to tie it at 1. EJ Schlepp is going to drop the gloves.
And here we go. He's going to challenge Denis Radchenko. Radchenko comes first, tries a quick right. Schlepp's got him off balance. A right over the top from Schlepp. Radchenko throwing some lefts, looking to take off his helmet. Schlepp goes, couple more rights. Still exchanging, a good exchange, and the uppercut got him. AJ Schlepp takes down Denis Radchenko. And the new assistant captain gets the crowd going on his way off to the box. As gloves are being dropped on the ground, McHugh drops them, and Spinelli will oblige. Here we go. McHugh and Brendan Spinelli at the logo at center. Spinelli closing in. Comes in hot first. McHugh gets him in tight. Spinelli misses with a right. McHugh with a couple good rights. Spinelli hanging in there. A machine gun of right hands. Spinelli's got him down, and down he goes. Brendan Spinelli. Who else wants one? Thornton shields it and still can't bleed over. Now Thornton picked the bucket at the blue line. Here he comes in all alone. Thornton shoots and scores! Carter Thornton! A short-handed goal. 3 short-handed goals in franchise history, and all 3 belong to number 86. Floats by Leonard. Gallagher again into the stick of Declan Flanagan. Now on over. Quick chance in front. They score. It's Faruseth. That was a bad defensive possession from the Biloxi Breakers. Several opportunities to get it out and just couldn't get the job done. Borodkin made some incredible saves, but Damon Faruseth, who we just mentioned, had an injury earlier this week, in the lineup tonight, and he cashes in to tie the game at 2. If they're able to find a way to create some momentum, could be some life. Here's Gellerman on all alone. Gellerman scores! Welcome to Biloxi, Max Gellerman! Springing ahead with speed. And the former Prowler, now Breaker, lights the lamp. It's 3-2. Martin. Shot through traffic, scored. Danny Martin with a rip from the near circle through traffic. Looked like Borodkin never saw it. He never even flinched. And it goes right over his shoulder on the blocker side. The Bobcats tie it at 3. Just so shoots it through Borodkin all the way out to the point for St. Pierre. Sent back in front all alone. Here's Gallagher on goal. Borodkin challenged him, made the save, the rebound, they score. It's a hat trick for Daniel Martin, the captain. Breakers need to find a way to pick it up here in period 3. Being outshot 3-0 early on. McHugh through the legs of Leonard. Enters the zone, out wide to Daly, back down low. McHugh in front. Faruseth buries it. The Breakers give up a pair of goals just 33 seconds apart. A beautiful passing play by the Bobcats. And Coach Zemlicka must have fired them up in the locker room because the Breakers are imploding to begin period 3. Up to the point, Stoya shoots one and scores! Matthew Stoya with a quick answer. Throws the heart up at his family and the crowd. And Stoya rips one by Greg Hussey to make it 5-4. Off for a change, Veilleux to Thornton. Thornton runs over Damon Faruseth with a big hit. Daly then runs into him. Thornton throws a slash. This is all behind the play as now they converge. Thornton's going to jump him. Here we go. Thornton and Daly in front of the Bobcats bench. Thornton, a hammer of a right hand. Got the bucket of Daly off. Still going. He's got him pinned up again. You mess with the wave, you get the thorns. Carter Thornton sticking up for his new assistant captain. Patakin begins the charge below the end line. Running out of time, gives it away to Martin, who floats it into the empty net, and that will do it. Danny Martin with a 4-goal night. And a game that showed a lot of promise for Biloxi comes up in heartbreak as they're going to fall by a final of 6-4 tonight. Mullins will hold on to this one, dish it to Christo, and that will do it in full time. The Breakers fall by a final of 6-4 in a fun game here tonight at Breaker Bay. Final shot totals 49-31 in favor of the Bobcats.
The following is a presentation of the Federal Prospects Hockey League. Any unauthorized broadcast without the express written consent of the Biloxi Breakers and the FPHL are strictly prohibited.
It's hockey night live from Biloxi, Mississippi. I'm your man, Devin Dobeck, the voice of the Breakers, along with you. Round 5 out of 6 between the Breakers and the Bobcats this season. We're excited for a fun one. The final home weekend for the Breakers, Military Appreciation Night here in Breaker Bay. Some specialty uniforms that will go up for auction after tonight's game, but very excited for what should be a fun-spirited affair. You just saw the game recap from the first time these two teams met. 3 fighting majors in a game that came down to the third and final period. Back in Blue Ridge, Breakers had a little bit of trouble. Didn't get close, but showed flashes that they can stick with the Bobcats, and Blue Ridge has been on an absolute tear. 3 straight shutout efforts from their goaltending crew, which is 4 people, but 2 were involved in that shutout streak. It was Anthony Schrum twice and then Greg Hussey. Expected tonight in goal will be Maximus Macchione. Macchione made his first start in his professional career on March 13th versus the Breakers, stopped 29 of 33 in the win. But excited to see what he's able to do here tonight, making just his 2nd start and his 6th appearance on an FPHL sheet one way or another. Let's take a quick look at our tail of the tape in this 5th of 6 meetings. Bobcats come in 29-20-3. They've won 7 in a row. The Breakers won last weekend on Friday night and then lost in overtime on Saturday. So they are losers of their last one. 8-41-2 is their record now. Goals for, 3.9 for the Bobcats, 3.1 for the Breakers. A plus 17 goal differential for the Bobcats, a minus 143 for the Breakers. On the power play, that's where Blue Ridge has thrived this season. 22.2%. Breakers 17.2%. On the kill, both teams have struggled a little bit, especially as of late. Bobcats 79.1%, the Breakers 68.4%. The number 3 team in the Empire, Blue Ridge, has clinched a playoff spot with a sweep this weekend. They will likely lock in the number 3 seeding in the Empire Division and take on the Port Huron Prowlers. But it starts tonight, and Topeka still has a chance to bump them, but it would take a very hot streak from their crew out in the Midwest. Head-to-head this season, Bobcats have taken all 4 games in regulation. Breakers trying to thwart that here tonight in the 5th meeting. We do have our starters for the Breakers. We don't have them for the Bobcats yet, so let's take you through the Breakers actually when we come back, because we're going to get into our intro video and be back for the starting lineup when we return right here on Breakers TV. Johnson in front to Mack. Borodkin, are you kidding me? In front, Thornton. Scar! Carter Thornton. Bayou closing and shoots and scars. Celebu Bayou. Centering on Royer on goal. Scar! A.B. Royer. Couple rights from Schlepp. Loses his helmet. Continues to connect with Bryce French. Couple more over the top. Spinelli gets a right off. Scaldi comes back with one. Spinelli another right. Scaldi misses. Oh, Spinelli tagged him in the face. And out to Fisher is one-timer. He scars! Trey Fisher. Stoya through traffic shoots. Deflection. Ross Bartlett scars. And all alone. He shoots the rebound. Big save, Rahul Sharma. Pikarczyk from the circle shoots. He scars! Lucas Pikarczyk. The hash in front. They score! It's Declan Flanagan.
Breakers fans, are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time to get on your feet for tonight's
Vanessa Jean with our nation's anthem right there ahead of puck drop. Breakers, Bobcats, round 5. We're ready to go from high above the ice here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. My name's Devin Doback along with you on 106.3 FM and on Breakers TV on YouTube. Ready to go, Military Appreciation Night. These two teams do not like one another. Final home weekend, and the Breakers will look to continue to try and play spoiler in this interdivision clash. Matt Stoya flexed to a forward role here tonight, returning from his one-game suspension he earned on Friday for spearing last weekend. Now back on the ice, making the start, trying to have an impact on the offensive end for the Breakers. He'll be centering the former Seawolves line with Bartlett and Hugo Koch. On the other end, the Bobcats are going to have Michael Mercurio out there with their top unit. Demid Pedrasov out there as well, along with Nikita Kozyrev. 20 miles on the clock here at Breaker Bay. We're ready to go. Breakers go from left to right, the Bobcats from right to left, and we're underway from the Coast Coliseum. Tonight's officials, the referees, are Steve Goody and Corey Fassa. Chandler Martin and Jonathan DeSalle are the linesmen. St. Pierre from the point can't get it all the way through. The follow from in tight by Pedrasov's, kicked aside by Sharma. Now below the end line, Zach Pomelian, who scored his first goal of the season last Saturday night, looking to make it a streak here tonight. There's a dump in. Breaker lost a stick in Hugo Koch. Bodies flying everywhere here early on in our Republic Finance first period. No icing, so say the linesmen. Here's Zach Pomelian from his own end, wheeling through the near circle across the blue line. Pomelian throws it in on netminder Max Macchioni, and he releases it to Robin Erickson. Erickson scored his third goal of the season last time these two teams met on a Saturday in Wytheville, Virginia. So he's had success this season. We'll see what tonight brings for him. On goal, Sharma makes a quick save and covers up. 18:57 to go. And another whistle and a face-off. That's the first shot of the hockey game as well. So Sharma with his first save. Still no score here in period 1. Bobcats winners of each of their last 7. They were on a bit of a slide before that. But as I mentioned, the 3 straight shutouts, including 2 against the PD Ice Cats, has kept the playoff hopes alive for the Twin City Thunderbirds, who will be meeting with PD here tonight. Sharma kick save, the rebound. A flail and a miss from in tight by Nick Stuckless. The other way, a couple shimmies by Matthew Haran. Haran pulled down off the puck, and it's sent back out to center for Demi Christo. Christo, a drop pass to one of the newest Breakers. That's Von Clouston returning to the FPHL for the first time in 3 seasons. Most recently was with the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Stepping across the line, we're going to have another offside call at 18:30. But Von Clouston, 6'2", 170 out of Washington Township, Michigan. 30 years old, has 120 career FPHL games, but playing in his first, as I mentioned, in over 2 seasons. He's played for 7 FPHL teams, including North Shore very early on, along with Mentor, then the Columbus River Dragons, followed by Carolina, Motor City, Danbury, and now Biloxi. Dumped in deep for Rahul Sharma to sling around the wall. There's Nick McHugh on the far half wall. His pass thwarted for a moment. Danny Martin, he likes playing in this building. 9 points in 2 games here on the first trip for Blue Ridge back in the middle of February. Carter Thornton stuffed at the red line. Able to chip it up where it's sent across by Christian Hallbig. Hallbig receives the bank pass off the wall in his own end. Forecheck coming. Trey Fisher with a big hit over by the blue line. Now Martin through the circles. Quick shot is soaked by another new Breaker, Christian Glowacki. Glowacki making his professional debut tonight after some time spent in the GOJHL. Brantford Titans this season. Played for parts of 3 groups and now winds up making his pro debut here in the final 5 games for Biloxi. Hallbig will shoot it in down below the end line. Sharma misplayed it, got tipped over by Pedrasov. Bartlett there to retrieve, and he bumps it up the wall out of the reach of Christo. Pedrasov's backhander is blockered away by Sharma. Matt Stoya collects the rebound and turns the ice. Stoya will shoot it in where it's slowed by Macchioni. Koch plays it around the wall behind. Kozyrev got a touch of it, And then a give and go for Michael Mercurio. Here come the Bobcats. 2-on-1. Pedrasov for Mercurio. His one-timer sailed over the crossbar and out. Christo, D-to-D for Pomelian. Hat trick to hat trick. Up the wall looking for Bartlett. Taken away by the Bobcats. And they'll slow it down in their own end. It's Timothy St. Pierre. St. Pierre, 6'1", 185 out of Rimouski, Quebec. 21 years old in his rookie season. Been a big impact on that back end for Blue Ridge. Stoya on over for Christo. Christo steps over the red line and dumps the puck in deep. Haran in the corner, provides some contact to free up the puck, weaves through a couple cats. Has his pocket pick, Rody helps him out. Keeps the play alive on his backhand. Now sent up to the point. Stoya sends one in the direction of Macchione. Rody can't find the loose puck, and Blue Ridge will once again tilt the ice back the other way. 15:52 to go in our Republic Finance first as Sharma comes up with a glove save there, and we'll get set for another face-off. Bobcats this season averaging 3.9 goals per game, but we've seen them do some damage against this Breakers group. In all their meetings, scored 6 in the first, 8 in the second, 8 in the third, and 7 in the fourth. So they have not scored less than 6 goals in a contest this season. Breakers, no secret, have lost a handful of games this year. 43 of them, but only 7 have come when a team has scored less than 5 goals. Macchione will hang on to this one, 15:40 to go. Shots are 5-0 in favor of the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Well, that's been the key for Biloxi. If they want to have a chance to win the hockey game, they got to hold their opponent to less than 5, make it manageable. The offense has been there, but also dealing with the absence of Joetten Blacksmith, who returned to his reserve back up in Canada to represent his reservation. So we wish Chewy all the best, but what a tear he was on in his time here in Biloxi. Gellerman digging away, battling below the net mouth. Gellerman to the point looking for Pomelian, but threw it by him, and it's going to come all the way down for Sharma to play. Sharma settles for Spinelli. Spinelli avoids a quick hook, now battling with a good strong forecheck from Carson Andrioli, the second-year assistant captain. Pomelian through the logo at center, dives off to the right, pass just out of the reach of Haran. Comes down low once more, sent into the middle, still free, nobody can locate it. And both teams need to regroup. Gellerman down far corner to the point for Spinelli. Spinelli with his family in the house here tonight. Rody, a couple nifty spin moves to create some space. Looking to shove Peruseth off the puck. It'll be settled and sent out once again by Dennis Radchenko. Pomelian on to Brendan Spinelli, back for Pomelian. He'll slow it down between the circles in his own end and wait for Sharma to clear out the crease. Danny Martin patiently waiting for Pomelian to make a move. Trey Fisher carries it out. Up ahead to Thornton off of his skates and in deep. Macchione lets it go by. Nice hit by the third new breaker making his season debut here tonight. That's Michael Clintworth coming over from the Michigan Shadow of the MIHL. That one hit the crossbar, and now an opportunity with numbers the other way for Biloxi. Leading the charge. Nice pass for Fisher. He goes down hard into the goal. And that will warrant a whistle in our first media timeout. A hectic play. Clintworth looking for Fisher, and it goes awry. 14 minutes to go, period 1. Shots 5-0 Bobcats. No score from Biloxi. We'll be back in a splash.
When you think Nissan, think Matt Bowers Nissan d'Iberville, where every new Nissan comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty included. And to keep your new Nissan running well, there's never an appointment needed for express service in our service department. Just stop by for routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, tires, and batteries. Matt Bowers Nissan is proud to call the coast our home and is proud to sponsor your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Nissan, South Mississippi, d'Iberville.
Looking for non-stop fun? Skyzone Beluxy at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Skyzone Beluxy truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Skyzone Beluxy.
"14 minutes to go. My name's Devin Novak, the voice of the Breakers, along with you, Biloxi and Blue Ridge, continuing their 6-game season series with matchup number 5 tonight. No score from Breaker Bet. Back underway with a draw just outside the Blue Ridge blue line. St. Pierre across, cut off by Pedrasoff, up ahead to the tape of Kozyrev. Kozyrev had a hat trick last 2 times these teams met back on March the 14th. Backhander in front by Pedrasoff, sails down into the corner. Bartlett looking to bank it out ahead. Settled by Koch. He's going to have to split a few Bobcats and will go chase his own dump in. Reverse hit from Robin Erickson slows the progress of Koch, who wins the puck battle behind the goal. Koch in front looking for Bartlett. Broken up with a nice play on the back end by St. Pierre. Bartlett tipped over. Breakers wanted a call, won't get it. Bartlett to the point. Quick shot comes in, and it's gloved by Macchione off the release from Clouston. 13-19 to go in this Republic Finance first. Still no score between these two teams. Sharma's stopped all 5 shots he's faced. Either the Breakers' shot total marker on the scoreboard isn't working, or they haven't officially been credited with one. The final Breaker that hasn't played a game that's on the bench is Rob Holden, who has been signed in light of the Garrett Johnson suspension for starting the Mississippi Melee last weekend on Saturday night. So Johnson suspended for these 2 games this weekend, and then he'll be back for the final 3 against the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Congratulations to Rob coming over from the Worcester Bulls of the APHL. Now here's Justin Daly up ahead to the tape of Andrioli. A turnover on the back end, cut off by Stoya, and it's busted out of the zone. Back in their own end, Robin Erickson dusts it off and sends it across. Collected by Andrioli, and he'll head behind the safety of his cage to begin the breakout. Here he comes with a burst of speed, banking the puck up to the neutral zone, settled by Spinelli. Spinelli, D-to-D pass off the wall for Christian Glowacki. This one comes in deep, and another icing is awarded. So that will bring the draw back to Rahul Sharma's end. Take a quick look around the league while we have a second. Binghamton and Port Huron locked up at 1 in the first period at the Vision's Veterans Memorial Arena. Athens leads Indiana 1-0 at home in the second. Watertown and Danbury tied at 1 out in Watertown in the first. Twin City in a must-win game leads the PD Ice Cats 1-0 in the first period at home. Columbus and Monroe should be getting going momentarily, and still no score between the Topeka Scarecrows and the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Martin and Stoya will take the draw. Couple of veterans. Going down hard is Glowacki behind the goal. In front, Martin scores. A costly turnover behind the goal leads to a bumper pass, and Danny Martin has tied his career high in points with his 59th of the season. What a season thus far for Daniel Martin. His 25th goal of the year ties his career high in points, as I just mentioned. And the Bobcats strike first here at 1-0. So getting out those first jitters for Christian Glowacki. See if he can settle into the tempo of this game, but his team now trailing 1-0. Gallagher looking for Nick McHugh, taken away by Pomelion, back for Christo. Christo dusted off, back for Pomelion, far side. East to west, Matthew Horan with the puck. Meanders his way to the top of the key through the Keesler Federal logo. This weekend's the game tonight for Military Appreciation Night is brought to you by Keesler Federal. Shot from in tight by Gellerman, turned aside, and Macchione leaps out to inhale the puck and make sure no other rebounds. That will go down as the first shot of the game for the Breakers, recorded at the 8:07 mark. 1-0 Bobcats. Danny Martin, with his 25th of the year, has them ahead. Daly and Gellerman back in the Blue Ridge end, set for the face-off. Shoved forward by Gellerman and taken by Blue Ridge. Here's Kozyrev up ahead into the neutral zone for Pedrasov. Up ahead, Michael Mercurio with the puck. Looks to center, hit the defense of Pomelion, and he has it back. Far circle, Mercurio to the tape of Pedrasov. He finds some area out at the far point. Drop pass taken away by Al Rody. Breakers 3-on-3 the other way. Good zone entry. Rody's lead pass for Gellerman, too strong. Rody has it back to the point. Pomelion walks in, holds, shoots, and it tipped on its way in and went wide. There's St. Pierre dropping it off to a familiar face, Jordan Rosenbaum, who had stints in the SPHL, playing with Macon and Roanoke, and now had his rights traded to the Breakers, or from the Breakers to the Bobcats, his third FPHL team in his rookie year. And it's going to be a huge addition for the Bobcats coming up for their playoff push. 11:04 to go. They lead at 1-0. Trey Fisher set for the defensive zone draw with Nick Stuckless. Stuckless on a tear. 4 shorthanded goals this season. That's among the top of the league ranks, along with 7 on the power play. Stoya flips it out of the zone. Up ahead, Carter Thornton can't corral it. Radchenko up but not out. Sent on goal, and a save made by Macchione. That was Peyton Jones with a release from the far circle. Thornton in front looking for a lurking Fisher, and it got through everybody, taken away by the Bobcats. Jones with some nice physicality over on the far side. We saw him throw a big check into Robin Erickson last time these two teams met. Up the other way, snap pass to the near side, collected by Stuckless. Down low, searching for Daly. Daly able to corral it again. Skates it up to the point, drops it down low, cut off by Fisher, and he winds it back for Von Clauston. Shot in from the neutral ice by Peyton Jones. He'll head off for a change. At the midway point here in our Republic Finance First, Bobcats lead the Breakers 1-0. Here's Gallagher to the goal, backhands one, and Sharma no trouble with that. Shot 6-3 in favor of the Bobcats. They lead at 1-0 on the scoreboard. Gallagher's pass broken up by Stoya, comes all the way back to the Bobcats' end. Koch in hot pursuit, can't win the race. Sent out the other way. Gallagher finds some space through the middle. Quick shot is blockered away again by Rahul Sharma. Stoya weaves through a couple bodies. Now Hugo Koch with it, looking to stretch it out for Ross Bartlett, who goes in over the blue line. Bartlett, a giveaway to Danny Martin. Martin, east to west, off the wall for St. Pierre. St. Pierre hit the foot of Damon Feruseth, and the puck is finally settled by Stoya. 9:15 to go in the first period. 7-3 shots in favor of the Bobcats. Erickson up the wall, gets by Michael Mercurio and in deep. That will be an icing, and our second media timeout with 9:02 to go in period number 1. Bobcats lead at 1-0. We'll be back in a splash.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Fosi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Fosi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
.02 to go, period 1. 1-0 Blue Ridge leads it courtesy of Danny Martin. Breaker Bay trying to get on their feet, make some noise here in the second to last home matchup. Tomorrow night will be the season finale at home, 7 o'clock puck drop between the Breakers and the Bobcats. Home black jerseys will be up for auction following the evening's contest, so good opportunity to get in, see one last home game for the 2025-26 campaign. Quick shot from Pamelion. Or maybe that was Haran, but it ramps up and into the seats. Haran a goal and an assist on Friday night last weekend. So it's shown he's got a scorer's touch, but trying to come out of his shell here and help out the Breakers' top six. Gellerman once again on the faceoffs circle, and it's one to the point for Glowacki. Glowacki mishandles it, and Christo bumps it ahead for Matthew Haran. Sent in and settled once again by Macchione. St. Pierre fakes left, goes right, gets by Al Rody and heads the other way. Pinched on the wall. Nice play by Gellerman. Up ahead to Rody. 2-on-2 for the Breakers. Pass too strong for Gellerman to get a shot away. And it comes back out to center. Padrasov in on goal for Rahul Sharma, and he'll snarl that one up with 8:28 to go. Another whistle and a face-off. Sharma playing with a little added motivation tonight as well, with his girlfriend Sky visiting up from New York. So welcome Sky to Breaker Bay. I know Ra was very happy to see her for the final home weekend. Let's see if it brings him some luck. Mercurio set for the face-off with Trey Fisher. And it's a tie-up. Fisher and Mercurio continue to battle, and it spits free for Pamelion. Now the other way. Inside 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go in our Republic Finance first. Thornton escorts the puck across the blue line. Gets closed off, and Pamelion has to settle it at center. Cross ice feed. A big drive comes in from Von Clouston and sails wide on Macchione. Mercurio one-on-one with Pamelion over on the far side. Couldn't get a handle on it, and down into the corner he gives it away. Fisher up the boards for an outlet for Clintworth. Clintworth bangs it out, and it'll be settled down by Robin Erickson. Clintworth does have a glass of water in the FPHL. That came in 2022-23, where he played 3 games for the Mississippi Seawolves. Jackson, Mississippi native himself. Or maybe it's Jackson, Michigan, excuse me. MI versus MS. And just finished time with the Michigan Shadow before coming to Biloxi, so Michigan seems to make more sense. Robin Erickson floats it ahead. Too strong for Daly. Glowacki, the first one there, will win the race, so icing is granted. And with 7:12 to go in the first period, we'll head back to the Bobcats' end. Still 1-0 Blue Ridge. Shots on goal are 7-4 in favor of the Cats as well. Try and keep you updated on our out-of-town scoreboard, but stick around in the intermission to get a taste of our final Breaker Banner interview, featuring Garrett Johnson with a little bit of a twist. He asked me some questions most of the time as opposed to being interviewed himself, so a great opportunity to tap in there in our intermission, and can't wait to see what the future holds. Sent down low for Ross Bartlett. Up ahead, cut off by Justin Daly. Daly goes to work, 3-on-3 the other way. Kitty corner off the wall. Good pursuit by Andrioli. Frees it up for a moment. Now Daly in front. Good stick from Ross Bartlett. Takes it away, and it's steered out of the zone by Glowacki. Koch, drop pass for Ross Bartlett. Up to Stoya. Sent down low for Bartlett again. Back into the skates of Stoya. Couldn't corral it, and Blue Ridge the other way will go with numbers. Daly leading a 3-on-3 charge the other way. Gives it to Andrioli. Andrioli spins away from the pressure of Ross Bartlett. Finds Danny Martin. Low circle. And went through the legs of Andrioli all the way back into the Bobcats' end. 6:20 to go in period number 1. 1-0 Blue Ridge leads Biloxi. Up the other way. Good hesitation from Nick McHugh. He would have walked right into a booming check from Matt Haran. Gallagher finds Martin. Martin running out of time. Has to make a decision and gives away the puck. Sent around the wall. And finally back to the Blue Ridge end once again. 5:50 to go in this Republic Finance first. Sent out of the zone. All the way in towards Sharma. Icing is assessed once again. We've had a handful of those here tonight. 5:41. Draw comes back to the Bobcats' end. Good crowd in attendance here tonight. Probably tickling the 1,800 at 2,000 mark, which is just above average for the Breakers this season. But everybody looking to get a taste in the final home weekend, and with jersey auctions on tap, great opportunity to get in the arena here. Rhodey angles one on goal, smothered by Macchione, and with 5:37 to go, just 4 seconds bleed off the clock between draws. Trey Fisher and co. out to take the face-off. He centers the line with Peyton Jones and Carter Thornton. Fisher, one of 2 guys remaining from training camp. We touched on that both in our interview and last week. But Garrett Johnson is the other and suspended for the weekend, so Fisher the only active guy remaining from this group, believe it or not. And he was at one time away from the team for a couple games. Cozy Rev for Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum's pass too strong for Mercurio. He'll skate it out to the near point, and a giveaway to Clouston, who pounds it out. Peyton Jones across the blue line. On goal into the glove of Macchione, who will hold. 5:09 to go. Another face-off set to come. Bobcats this season currently have a 7-point buffer over the Scarecrows. We alluded to the playoff picture, but if Blue Ridge can sweep the weekend, Topeka does have 1 game in hand, but if Blue Ridge can sweep the weekend, the Scarecrows would have to win out and then bank on the Bobcats to lose out. So these games are still very important for seeding implications. Nobody wants to have to handle the Binghamton Black Bears in round 1 out in that Empire Division playoff rush. Back underway. Pomelion for Spinelli. Spinelli, time and space, sends it into the middle where Ross Bartlett angles it on Macchione, and he outlets to Robin Erickson. Inside 5 minutes to go in this first period. Up to Justin Daly. Daly closed off by Spinelli. Good gap control to break it up. Loose puck possessed once again by Spinelli. Stuckless battling with him. Spinelli's tenacious effort wins it back. D for Pomelion. To the near side, Hugo Koch. Koch wheels around 1, and he's off to the races over the blue line. Koch to the middle, finally lost a handle on it. Spits free. Pomelion stepped up to keep the play alive, and Daly thwarts it. Here come the Bobcats, led by Dennis Radchenko, the 6'3" enforcer who hasn't been in the penalty box all too much. Just 2 penalty minutes in the last 3 weeks for him. Koch ahead for Matt Stoya. Stoya a little trouble settling the puck. Bleeds through to the point once again. Danny Martin pounds it down low. Out of the zone for Ruseth Corrals. Looking into the middle for Martin, who goes down on all 4s. That actually was Carson Gallagher, who now has it back. Gallagher. Quick shot goes up and out of play with 3 minutes and 51 seconds to go. It's our final media timeout. Still 1-0 Blue Ridge. We'll be back.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Golfport, or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Quick shot comes in, and Sharma makes a save very quickly out of the media timeout. Apologies there. Sometimes we get cut just a tad short for our packages. 3 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock, but it's still running. The referees see that, and they're going to have some time put back on the clock. That currently reads 3:31 in the arena. Shots are 8-7 in favor of the Bobcats. So the tempo hasn't been all too lopsided. Charlie Penn's trying to get on the same page over there and see what the timing should be. And so now they'll put it back to 3:46, and we'll get set for another faceoff. Gellerman from out of his own end sends it ahead. Can't be settled for long by Rhodey. Rhodey off to the races. Here comes Ferrusa to the middle on goal. They score. Carson Gallagher darting down the seam, able to take the pass and beat Rahul Sharma between the 5-hole. And for Carson Gallagher, that marks his 8th goal of the season. 33 points, and a big one, doubles the margin for the Bobcats. 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go in this first period, and the Breakers' workload improves to 2. Fisher wins the ensuing draw back for Von Clouston. Clouston ahead for Carter Thornton. Thornton trying to step right through a Bobcat. Fisher on the follow, just missed the net. Here come the Bobcats again. Padrasov, a 2-on-1 for Mercurio. Big save, Rahul Sharma from his right to his left. A huge save to rob Michael Mercurio. Number 3 on the Bobcats in points. Has one taken away by number 34. Big stop from Rahul Sharma. Keep this a 2-goal game. Back underway. Here's Clintworth carrying the puck up ahead. He'll send it in deep. Clintworth's got a ton of size. I'll tell you that for free. But Clintworth, 6'7", 187 pounds. A big addition for the Breakers here down the stretch. Kozyrev tracks down the puck on the half wall. Into the middle for Mercurio. Far circle now. Mercurio hits the brakes to the middle for Kozyrev, who winds around the far circle once again. Kozyrev to the point. Closed off by Clintworth. Nice play there. And now the other way, Trey Fisher saucers across into the skates of Thornton. Couldn't uncork the shot from in tight. Fisher in front. Koch just missed the net. Spinelli holds, fires, and it never got all the way through. Sent up ahead, settled by St. Pierre to the far side. Comes in deep again. St. Pierre missed the net with a backhander. Got a lot on it, but just couldn't get it on goal. Hugo Koch squeezes his way up into the offensive zone. A drop pass for Bartlett, back to Koch, and broken up. 2 minutes to go in this Republic Finance first. Still 2-0 Bobcats. Koch ahead for Bartlett, who steps over the line. Bartlett hits the brakes. Waits for some help. Finds Pomelian walking in. Pomelian's quick shot turned aside by Macchione. Rosenbaum up the wall, but not out. Bartlett keeps it alive and gives it right back to Justin Daly. 100 seconds to go in period 1. Daly battling with Christo down below the end line. Daly on his backhand. Hits the brakes. Stoya picked his pocket, and it's sent down to center. Shots are 11-8 in favor of Blue Ridge. They lead it 2-0 here. Now walking in. Quick opportunity from Rosenbaum is turned aside by Rahul Sharma. Up the wall. McHugh's drive turned aside by Sharma again. Pomelian up ahead to Matt Stoya to the far side. Overskated for a moment by Al Rhodey, and Stoya will ladle it in ahead. Final minute to go. Make that 50 seconds in this first period. Here's a breakout. Into the middle for Carson Gallagher, who scored the game's most recent goal. Bartlett bumps it for Al Rhodey. Cut off with a stick lift by Gallagher on to Martin. Martin threads one through the legs of a defender, but it leaks to Pamelion. Pamelion. Far circle. Spins away from a little pressure and finds Demi Cristo. Cristo back for Pamelion again. Breakers in no rush here. Cristo fans on the outlet pass. Kept alive in his own end. Backhands it down low for Pamelion. Pamelion behind his back. Up the wall for Al Rhodey. He coils into the middle. Final 7 seconds to play in this first period. Horan with space, shoots, just missed the net, goes in deep. Rhodey on the follow, and that will do it for period number 1. The Bobcats take a 2-0 lead, courtesy of Martin and Gallagher. Shots 13-8, Blue Ridge, they lead 2-0. We're gonna get set for our Chick-fil-A at the Edgewater Mall first intermission report and be back in about 18 short minutes for period 2 action right here on Breakers TV.
Welcome to episode 33 of Breaking Banter. I am Garrett Johnson, and I was finally able to track down the infamous Devin Dobeck to get on the show today. I have been hounding him all season long to do this. So, Devin, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, Garrett, thanks for having me. It's been a long time coming, but happy to be here.
Absolutely. It's been one great season so far. A lot of laughs, a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, there's been a little bit of everything this year. It's been a roller coaster, but I think just seeing this last weekend for the boys and seeing the place full was a very rewarding feeling. Just to hear the fans tap into that nostalgia and have a good time, let loose, and enjoy the Seawolves once again.
I agree. It was a great weekend. It felt awesome. The fans were into it, so what more can you ask for, right?
Can't ask for much more than that. No, they were definitely into it, and some good hockey games. A couple really nice affairs, so hopefully we can get a little more of that in these final 5.
Absolutely. All right, Dev. So on today's twist, I'm going to be interviewing Devin today. So, Devin, tell me, how did you get into hockey? How did you start off in the hockey world?
So I started off playing when I was probably, around 5 years old, and probably played through to when I was 6 years old. And then my parents decided that they wanted to travel less, meaning like they didn't want, because I have a younger brother, Brady, so they didn't want to drive one kid to one spot and me to the other spot.
Absolutely.
They wanted to be more family-oriented. So eventually we became a ski family. So we bought a house, or my parents bought a house up in Vermont, and we went up there just about every weekend that I can remember growing up, and we skied, and I taught skiing for 5 years, got licensed, so it was pretty good to me, but obviously I still loved the sport. It was something I always want to be a part of. I'm a big Bruins fan. UMass, that was pretty much all they had for sports, so it was pretty cool to have the opportunity to get back into it, and yeah, I love what I do.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So what made you get into broadcasting specifically?
So, as cliche as it sounds, it's one of those things that I've just kind of been doing since I was young. Like me and my brother, or me and my cousins, we'd be playing wiffle ball or basketball or even hockey, just out, around the house, in the house, wherever we could make the biggest disturbances, my mom probably would say. But yeah, I just kind of loved making it feel more real and making it feel professional. And my way of doing that was finding the players I knew and basically swapping our names for theirs and doing play-by-play from a very young age. So I was probably like 7, 8 years old doing that. And then coming around to high school, I still kind of had that fervor for like the presentation of the game and everything that goes into it. Because I think as a broadcaster, my goal is to make the boys or whoever I'm broadcasting, their moments more exciting. That's my job. I want to make that something that they can remember, something that the fans remember, and something that resonates with them. Just so they have their moment, but I'm able to enhance it, and I love the ability to be able to do that.
And you do an amazing job at that. I mean, I think by far you are the best broadcaster I ever have, and I'm just not saying that because he's sitting right here. I'm being serious.
I appreciate that, Garrett.
So, when you were in high school, did you do any broadcasting or no?
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
a great question. So I played basketball my freshman year, but as I mentioned, we were skiing most winters. So I was a very casual basketball player. I was a pretty fast kid, but not a great basketball player. I was just kind of the dog out on the court. And so my sophomore year, I was cut from the team, which not necessarily their worst decision, I'll say that. And I kind of was, at this feeling of that had never really happened to me before. I'd been an athlete my whole life. I'd had the luxury of playing on good teams and trying out and making them. Really hadn't ever dealt with that failure or that defeat before. And so I was kind of looking for a way to fill up my winters, and I think I joined track to stay in shape. Never ran a race, but did it, and it just wasn't for me. And eventually I realized we had a great local station, and there had been a senior that had just finished up, and I was like, why don't I try what I've been doing at home, on a scale where people can appreciate it. And so I started doing all kinds of sports, football, basketball, hockey, of course, in high school at the end of my sophomore year, and then my junior year is really when I started doing it. And I really enjoyed it, and I got a lot of good feedback from everybody that was tuning in, family, friends, and I realized that it was something that I wanted to pursue, and it was my passion, and the rest is history. Now we're going wheels up to try and chase it.
Now you're in the minors. You made it, right? That's what they say?
Yeah, I don't know if I've made it just yet. It's the minors is the minors. There's a lot of turbulence, and there's a lot going on. I'm hoping that, one day I can pay my dues and get to a place where I can just call games and put my full energy into research and preparation and really just putting everything into the broadcast as opposed to wearing 9 million hats. But at this level, I'm happy to do it because when the organization succeeds, you succeed.
Absolutely.
So, that's, kind of the minors.
So the big question, in 5 years, where would you like to see yourself working, broadcasting-wise?
Hopefully for some national outlet. I'd love to be, the end goal is the Stanley Cup final. You want to be the guy that everybody's tuning into. There's been a lot of good people that have gone before. Of course, Doc Emmerich's one of my favorites, but I don't think I'll be there in 5 years. I think in this industry, it's a lot of trickle down.
Okay.
Like you're kind of waiting for people to move up or move on. And it's all about who you know as well. So you're networking, you're finding ways to mingle with people, to meet with people. And I'm hoping that one day I can just sort of meet the right person and be given an opportunity to show what I can do, because I do think I can do it. And it's just kind of going to be paying my dues in the meantime now. So I got probably to answer your question, in 5 years, I'm hoping I'll be somewhere in the ECHL or the AHL. But, beggars can't be choosers. I'll take what opportunity I get and run with it.
Ideally, in 5 years, me and Dev will be in Worcester playing for the Railers. So that's the plan here for us.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'd like the
hometown
ECHL.
heroes.
Yeah, why not? A couple Mass guys,
Yeah.
Westminster. I'm East Long Meadow, but
why not, right?
John, let's get you involved here a little bit.
All right.
So tell
What
us
do you
a
got?
little bit about your hockey journey. Give us the spark notes from start
All right.
when you picked it up.
We'll do the cliff notes here, but I started off like any Massachusetts kid at the Learn to Hockey. I loved it, absolutely loved it. Hated player though, believe it or not. I was a player for 2 years, bawled my eyes out every time we had a game.
Really?
And I told my mom, I want to be the guy that stops the puck. I didn't know what it was called, just wanted to try it. And I fell in love with it. I absolutely loved it. And I moved that into doing a goalie clinic at Fitchburg State.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple guys that played against them. And the guy there, he was working with me every week, and I loved it. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep doing this. Sorry, Mom, you got to spend the money. We need the gear, So thankfully, she was like, let's do it. I'll support you, whatever you want to do. And it worked out that she was like, all right, let's bite the bullet and go.
Yeah, I know you had a little time in juniors, growing up in Westminster, of course.
Yeah.
And you've also had an experience that not a lot of people on this team or even in this league have had. And you were in the ECHL for a couple games dressing with the Allen Americans. So take us through that experience. You got a taste of the coast, and what was it like?
I mean, that was kind of like Christmas morning. I mean, I woke up on a normal Thursday morning, getting ready to go to practice, and I got a call, hey, how fast can you get to Missouri? And I was like, what? It's 17 hours from Watertown, So I got in the car and drove, and that night. Got there at like 2 a.m. I was at the front desk. I guess they didn't put my name in right. So I was trying to figure out which room I'm staying in, but everybody's asleep, so I had no key. Finally got it figured out, went to morning skate, and I mean, it was all time. It was everything you needed was right there. Everybody there was supporting each other. I mean, it was a good locker room at the time. I loved it. And showing up for the game, it was awesome. It was pretty electric walking out. There was about 8,000 people there.
Wow.
And they filled out that night, and I had a lot of fun. I did not want to go back home, but I did.
Yeah, no, once you get a taste, you never really want to go back.
Exactly.
And I know AJ Schlepp really enjoyed his time up with the Worcester Railers. We had a couple guys go up, Yaryev Dakimov a couple months ago. But it's a league that I think a lot of people underappreciate unless they're very involved with hockey. Like I thought the ECHL was kind of the lowest professional league until I got involved in this league. Absolutely. And there's so many tiers to everything, and it's great to see guys move up and succeed here in the Fed as a developmental league and trying to pursue their journey that way. There's so many different avenues. That
many
you go
paths
in.
you can take, right?
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Looking for non-stop fun? Skyzone Beluxy at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Skyzone Beluxy truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Skyzone Beluxy.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Golfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Golfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiries is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Golfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logos stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Golfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together on and off the ice. Fosi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Fosi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Golfport.
And we welcome you out of the Chick-fil-A at the Edgewater Mall. First intermission report, ready for our Aaron second period. But first, a game summary between these two teams. Bobcats lead it 2-0 over the Breakers. Martin had his 25th come at 7:33 in the first period off a Breaker turnover. Carson Gallagher with his 8th at 16:27. Macchione with 8 saves. Sharma with 11. Our game stats don't look much different as we didn't have a penalty in period 1. So shots 13-8 in favor of the Cats. They lead it in 2-0 through 20 minutes. Ready to go for our second period of work. Devin Dobeck along with you on Breakers TV on YouTube and on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. Breakers will head from right to left. Bobcats from left to right. And we're back underway from inside the Coast Coliseum. Pomelian bumps it up into the air, settled by Stoya, winded back for Spinelli, but they award a hand pass just 6 seconds after the puck was dropped, and the draw will come just outside the Breaker blue line. Or no, it's going to come into the zone, down in the near circle. Hope you had a chance to check out our out-of-town scoreboard, but the Twin City Thunderbirds are leading the PD Ice Cats 1-0 currently. They sit a handful of points behind PD. We'll get into our standings graphic later on in the broadcast so you can see just how that picture is going to shake out to be. Kozyrev below the end line, goes around Sharma, gliding on his backhand, heads out towards the point, drops it off to Nick McHugh. Sent to the point. Quick shot from Radchenko's turned aside. The rebound, Kozyrev, and Sharma with the reactionary blocker stop. Hugo Koch pulls the puck off the wall, and he's headed from north to south across the blue line through the Keesler Federal logo and into the near corner. He's pulled down by Radchenko. Radchenko bumps it up the boards, but not out. Stoya centers, but nobody home to collect the puck. Here's Michael Mercurio back over the blue line. A drop pass to the near side. Kozyrev's quick shot never got through. Into the middle, holding fire from Rosenbaum, turned aside, still free. Everybody can't find it. Sharma taken out by his own guy on the back end. Believe that was Stoya sprawling. Now Eriksson scores. Robin Erickson rips home his 4th of the season with a scrambling Rahul Sharma, unable to get back between the pipes. And Blue Ridge needed just 1 minute and 6 seconds of this Aaron's second period to take a 3-0 lead. Shots 15-9 in favor of the Bobcats. They get a big one here early on. Breakers have not come back from down 3 all year. Be a great time to do it on the final home weekend, but for now, the workload's going to be a little tough. Picked up by Justin Daly over the blue line. Daly's quick shot into the glove of Sharma and held. 18:47 to go. Another whistle and a face-off. Jordan Rosenbaum, as we mentioned, a former Breaker, played 8 games for Biloxi, had 3 assists in that time, but a goal and 11 assists in 23 FPHL games this year between Athens, Biloxi, and now the Blue Ridge Bobcats appearing for just the second time. Andrioli, a bad pass, gets out of the zone, off to the races. Here comes Haran. His shot is held by Macchione. He couldn't spot it, and the Breakers are asking it to be a goal. 18:35 to go. Let's see what Charlie Penns elects to do with the replay behind the glass. Not sure that one crossed the line, but it might have been loose based on the indication. Gellerman comes in to take it. Behind him is Haran in the shooting position. We play on. Haran picks up the puck off the Gellerman face-off win in the offensive zone. Physical effort wins a battle for Blue Ridge, and they're off the other way. Andrioli across the blue line, looking to back down on Stoya, who made a nice defensive play to thwart it, and then Sharma's able to come away with a save in the glove. Shots are 18-10 in favor of the Bobcats. 3-0 lead on the scoreboard as well. Macchione's had the Breakers' number. We mentioned his only career start was a win, stopping 29-33. But 2 of those goals were on the fault of his defenseman. I believe Dennis Radchenko kicked one in, the first goal ever for Al Rody. Radchenko down low into the bumper spot for Gallagher, who was searching for Faruseth on the near side post, and it got broken up. Spinelli working on Faruseth. Wins it back to Glowacki. Glowacki escorts it for Spinelli once more. Lost his stick, has to retrieve it. Creates a disturbance, and now it'll be settled by Fisher and sent out to center ice. Thornton mishandled it in the middle. Gallagher right back to work. Cross from Martin into the middle. Faruseth slings it into the chest of Sharma. 17:50 to go. Another whistle and a face-off. Defensive zone drawn. Rahul Sharma's end. Blue Ridge coming out hot to start the shot total. They've got 7 in the opening 2 minutes and 10 seconds of this second period after having 13 in the entire opening 20. No Jusso, no Reller, no problem. Here's Hugo Koch back to work in the offensive end. Look to coil one back for Stoya, taken away by Radchenko, and Danny Martin heads the other way. Martin drops it off for a quick one-timer, and that one off the stick of Glowacki, who now settles and sends it back for Koch. Koch ahead to the tape of Stoya, now on to Bartlett. Ross Bartlett hits the brakes, waits for a little help, gave it away to Danny Martin, who's able to settle it at center. Bartlett picks his pocket. Stoya can't squeeze by the pressure. Loose puck. Bartlett battles for it. It comes out to center once again. Beautiful drop pass blindly by Cozy Ref. Here he comes near circle to the middle, looking for a shooting lane. Backdoor had Padrasov, but never got through, and Sharma is able to saddle it. So the Bobcats coming out with something to prove here in period 2. They have dominated the opening 3:02, out shooting the Breakers in that span 7-2. Now it's a face-off win in front. The one-timer goes just wide. Cozy Rev to the point for Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum a giveaway to Rody, who's battling for the possession, and finally, once again, it's controlled by St. Pierre. Up ahead to Michael Mercurio. Touch pass nicely done by St. Pierre back to Mercurio. Kozyrev winds for Rosenbaum, whose quick shot flutters over the crossbar after being deflected. Mercurio into the near corner. On the near side, Kozyrev mishandled it. Taken away. Here's Haran and Rody at 2-on-1 developing. Rody off the post. The goal horn went off. Breakers thought they had it. Rody keeps the play alive. Sends it through looking for Gellerman. That one might have caught both posts. Pamelian throws it down low for Haran to battle for. Haran near corner. Sends it up ahead to the point. Comes in, tipped on goal. Macchione once again with a reactionary glove save. Gellerman, nice self-pass off the wall. Holds the possession. Rody in the middle. Too strong off the blade of his stick, and Blue Ridge able to get it back out. 15:40 to go in our Aaron's second period. The Bobcats lead the Breakers 3-0 in the second period. St. Pierre, kitty corner for Demetris Christo to collect. On for Pamelian. Pamelian lifts it out ahead for Alexis Hardy. Hardy playing in his 4th game as a Breaker this season. Uses his body to free up the puck. Trey Fisher on the entry. Fisher playing in his 99th career FPHL game. Tomorrow will make the centennial mark for him. Here comes Stuckless. Near side, 3-on-2 numbers for the Bobcats. Quick shot off of Sharma, then off the far glass. Andrioli. Run off the puck by Hardy. Hardy continues to battle Radchenko. Winds up and flies it. And Sharma will leap on that one with 14:57 to go. Another whistle and a face-off. 3-0. The Bobcats lead it. We'll step aside and be back in a moment right here on Breakers TV.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
$14:57 to go, period number 2. Bobcats lead the Breakers 3-0 in their 5th of 6 meetings. The final one tomorrow night, Fan Appreciation Night here at the Coast Coliseum. Face-off for Matt Stoya back in his own end against Nick Stuckless. Still no power play time for either side here in the contest. Almost midway through, Radchenko a move at the blue line, then lost it. Koch had it for a moment, gives it right back. Radchenko continues to battle, and then a nice shoulder-to-shoulder collision by Clouston. Clouston fakes the shot, toe drags and releases. Big save by Macchione. Brendan Spinelli in his own end. Sends it ahead into the glove of Stoya. Actually got by the glove and in deep, no icing. 14:24 to go. Period number 2. Shots are 21-12. Held by Matt Stoya. Back for Brendan Spinelli. Ross Bartlett for Andrioli. Andrioli takes a stick check from Stoya that frees up the puck. Then some contact from Spinelli. Down low. Collected by Clintworth. Clintworth lifts it out. And it'll come all the way in. Gallagher into the middle between the circles. Rosenbaum motors his way. Into the offensive zone, lost the handle on it again. Picked up by Faruseth. Faruseth dives below the end line, all the way around, centers. Looking back post for Gallagher, and it went wide. Now another shot from Rosenbaum. Thwarted by Ross Bartlett up the other way. Here's Matt Stoyal one-on-one with Hallbig. Into the glove and out of Macchione. Bartlett on for Hugo Koch, down low, searching for Stoya. Pomelian into the middle. Bartlett angles it on goal. And once again, Blue Ridge able to settle the rebound. Martin, a giveaway. Stoya across the line, caught offside with Ross Bartlett a little late getting back. Gellerman slides into the dot just outside the Blue Ridge blue line to do it with Mercurio, and he wins it again. Gellerman's had a nice night on the face-off dot. Macchione on for St. Pierre. To the near side, Pedrasov. On to Mercurio, sent ahead and corralled by Kozyrev. Kozyrev has his pass blocked down by a breaker's stick, kept alive by Mercurio in the offensive end. Pomelian finds the vacant puck up the wall. Kozyrev ties it up, waits for help. Kozyrev, the points leader this season for the Bobcats with 60 coming into tonight. They've spread the wealth well this year. It's led to their success, especially in the back half of this year. From a low angle, hits the side of the post and goes wide. Now out at the point, Erickson on for a quick shot by St. Pierre and a breakout. Here comes Rhodey. He gets run into the wall, closed off by St. Pierre. Robin Erickson battling down in his own end. Haran with a forecheck, but not for long. Erickson slows things down and carries it out to center. Erickson stung by Rhodey, but not before playing the puck in deep. Inside 12 minutes to go. 3-0 Bobcats over the Breakers as it stands now. Bank pass cross ice, gets through everybody all the way back to the Bobcat end. Sent ahead for Daly, a drop pass for Nick Stuckless. Stuckless, pass with purpose off the pad of Sharma, kicks out to the point. Bobcats still in the offensive zone with the possession. Far side, couple weave moves, and then the shot goes wide off the glass. Down in the corner, inside 11 and a half minutes to go, period 2. Daly into the middle, quick shot, Stuckless scores. Nick Stuckless with his 26th of the season. He's got points in 8 of his last 11, been on an absolute tear, goals in 8 of his last 9, and the Bobcats have a 4-goal lead. 11:21 to go in this Aaron's second period, and no answers for the Breakers. Another face-off tied up by Fisher. Gets through to Damon Faruseth. Faruseth from a low angle on goal. Sharma is able to glove that one with 11:13 to go. Another whistle and a face-off. Shots 23-13 in favor of the Bobcats here. Approaching the midway point. Tied up by Fisher. Bunch of swinging sticks eventually settles the puck for Carson Gallagher. Spinelli around the near side. Peyton Jones on the wall, retrieves and chips it up to center. Sent in deep for Zach Pomelian. Pomelian below the end line has it now. Back for Brendan Spinelli. Spinelli will slow and wait for things to develop behind his own goal. And now motors off to the right. Spinelli, drop pass for Carter Thornton. Thornton weaves through Danny Martin onto the near side, ahead for Jones. Jones back for Thornton. Thornton overskated it and blew an edge. Far side, east to west now. Here come the Bobcats. Looking for the stick of Martin. It's in deep, and another icing. 10:23 to go in our Aaron's second period. Still 4-0 Bobcats. See if we have any updates around the league for you. Looks like our internet's going to spin for a moment, so bear with us. Try and get you that out-of-town scoreboard. Monroe and Columbus knotted up at 2 in the second period at the Monroe Civic Center. Topeka leads Baton Rouge 1-0 at home in the second. PD has leapfrogged the Twin City Thunderbirds with a 2-1 advantage now on the road in the second. Watertown leads Danbury, who has a chance to get in but would need a lot, and a loss against the Wolves would not help. That would just about put them out of the playoff picture. So Watertown leads at 4-3, and then Athens on top of Indiana 4-2 in the third. Binghamton leads Port Huron 2-1 at home in the second, as now we're going to have our first penalty time of the night when we return from break. 9:56 to go into the back half of this one. 4-0 Bobcats lead it. They're headed to the power play when we return.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Golfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Golfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Matt Stoya sent to the box for 2 minutes, opens up the first power play opportunity for the Blue Ridge Bobcats of the evening. They're 22.2% on the season. That's second in the Empire Division, fourth in the league. Draw will come back to the Biloxi end to kick things off. Bobcats have a chance to secure their 30th win of the season here tonight. Gallagher will do the face-off. And we got a late horn. Let's see how that affects things. 9:53 to go. Looks like we might just drop it again. Gellerman loses this one to the point. St. Pierre tiptoed the blue line, wasn't offside, kept alive. To the near side, Andrioli had a chance for a quick release, but trouble corralling the puck. Pedrasov in tight. Andrioli charges the goal. Sharma can't locate it. Still kept in. St. Pierre on for a quick drive by Gallagher that goes wide. Daly below the end line. Sends it up top. On to St. Pierre. Sent in and goes wide. Andrioli. Up and out to Carson Gallagher, dropped off for St. Pierre. St. Pierre, toe drag release, and it goes wide on the glove side, or rather the blocker side, and out of play. 9:12 to go in period 2. Another mile-high daiquiri puck out of play. Shots are 26-13 in favor of the Bobcats. They lead it 4-0 here on the road. Mercurio into the middle. Martin looking down low. Taken away and sent out by Glowacki. So Glowacki settling into the flow of this game. Makes a nice play on the back end there after the blunder that led to the first Blue Ridge goal. It's a drop pass for Mercurio. Mercurio surveys and enters on his own. Outside far circle to the point for Radchenko. Back Mercurio far circle and in the middle. Martin winds it back for Kozyrev. This Blue Ridge power play is absolutely loaded. Radchenko to the far side. Mercurio. Kozyrev looking down low for Stuckless, who was locked up with Glowacki. Martin down low. Stuckless looking to jam one on goal. Martin across for Kozyrev. But the pass out of his reach for the one-timer, and he'll skate it up to the point. Kozyrev, far side. Harassed by Matthew Horan. Squeezes through with the possession, sends it across for Radchenko. Radchenko to the top of the key, backpedals. On for Kozyrev. Now Martin again. Kozyrev looking for back post. Sharma lays down, still free. Sent it across again, and Kozyrev can't corral it. So the tape-to-tape passing has been a problem for the Bobcats here, and they'll fall to 0 for 1 on the power play. Breakers back to full strength. Pomelion will elect to clear for the icing. And with 7 minutes and 44 seconds to go, make that 43. The draw will return to the Biloxi end. Breakers need some answers on the offensive end and stat. Trailing by 4 here, need to find a way to take it to within 2 heading into the break would be ideal. Something that you have a chance to pull off a comeback in the third. But chasing 4 in the third won't be good even for an NHL team. Looks like Hugo Koch and the linesman having a conversation as he is being helped back to the bench. Koch could be a player that you look on as player of the month at some point. He's had one heck of a season between Topeka and now the Breakers. His production in Biloxi, believe it or not, has been well beyond what it was in Topeka. Really flourishing out of his shell. Had his 150th professional point last weekend and trying to find the score sheet here tonight still. Shots 27-13 in favor of the Bobcats. 4-0 lead for them. Stoya, defensive zone draw over in the far circle. Andrioli will meet him there. It's a tie-up. Andrioli out to the point. Quick shot comes in right on the glove of Sharma and held with 7.5 minutes to go. Another whistle and a face-off. Stoya will do it this time with Andrioli. It's a lockup on the face-off that will be controlled by the Bobcats again. Daly to the point. Quickly sent across, but too strong for Rosenbaum. Koch, area pass to the far side, settled by Stoya. Stoya across the line to the near side in search of Ross Bartlett. Got all the way through and settled by Clouston. Rosenbaum. Back for Hallbig, who gets it in the O-zone. Andrioli looking back post. Nobody there for Blue Ridge, but they had plenty of net to look at. Stoya on for Spinelli, up ahead to Hugo Koch. Koch heads across the ice to the far side of the sheet. Hits the brakes, ran out of room. Near side, Spinelli has it again. Spinelli over the blue line, waits for some help, floats it in, easily steered aside by Macchione. 6.5 minutes to go. Period number 2. Sent up to Bartlett and knocked down. Once again down low, Hugo Koch has it. Koch in the middle searching for Bartlett, and now a penalty set to come. It's an interference call, and we'll see who the guilty party is. Looks like it's going to be Carson Gallagher being sent off to the box, opening up first walk-on's power play. No, rather it's Robin Erickson. So Erickson, 2 minutes for interference, will open up an opportunity for the first breaker power play. Coming into tonight, 17.2%. That's 6th in the Continental Division, ahead of just the Baton Rouge Zydeco, who are a couple percentage points above 12. Gellerman to the point. Coils it back for Matt Stoya. Stoya on his backhand, glides down low. His pass blocked for a moment, kept alive by Trey Fisher. Gellerman steps up, and it'll be sent down. Rahul Sharma on for Hugo Koch. Here's Hugo Koch with speed on the far side. He'll enter the zone. Still holding the puck, shakes off Martin into the skates of Gellerman and centered across for Bartlett. Bartlett, far side Koch, near side Gellerman. Bump back to Bartlett. Bartlett for Gellerman again. Now Bartlett scores! A bullet from Bartlett, and it's 4-1. Power play goal. What a feed from Gellerman on to Bartlett. One of the quickest releases we've seen all season in this building, and the Breakers are on the board at 4-1. A huge goal on the opening power play for Biloxi here tonight. Gives them some momentum down the stretch here. If they can find a way to get one more, they'll have a chance coming up in period 3. Gellerman. And Pamelion will float it in off the face-off win. St. Pierre up the wall. Gellerman has it bleed through to St. Pierre. Spun on net and turned aside by Macchione. 16th of the season for Bartlett. He's got 36 points on the campaign. McHugh shovels it down low. Hard into the boards goes the new defenseman, Michael Clintworth. Up ahead. Rhodey goes by one Bobcat through the logo at center across the blue line. Rhodey shoots it in below the end line. Rosenbaum mishandled it off the wall. Sent up towards the point. Taken away by McHugh on to an in-stride Podresov. Quick shot is held by Sharma. 4:46 to go. That'll be our final media timeout of period number 2. We'll take it 4-1. Breakers get on the board courtesy of Ross Bartlett.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiries is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Golfport.
.46 to go, period number 2. Breakers, Bobcats, separated by 3. Blue Ridge leads Biloxi 4-1. Off the face-off, it's a win for Trey Fisher and co. Fisher up ahead looking for Carter Thornton, then loses his stick after a deflection. Farusek near side, up to the point for a drive from Radchenko. That goes wide. Carter Thornton carrying it from behind his own goal back the other way. Thornton through center, dives by one Bobcat and flips it in. Thornton will go chase himself hard into the boards. Bracing for impact, never got it. To the point, on goal by Glowacki, never got through. 4 minutes to go in this second period. Faruseth ahead to the tape of Gallagher, who reels it in at the blue line. Gallagher surveys in for Danny Martin, looking back for Gallagher with a sprawling Glowacki back up to his feet. Sharma comes up with a key save there. Banked out of the zone. Clintworth are looking to pull it on in. Taken away. Now here's Faruseth near circle to the middle. Faruseth fires and it's held by Sharma with 3:33 to go. Another face-off will be set to come. .41 Bobcats lead the Breakers here on the road. Shots are 30-16 in favor of the Bobcats. Just heard from Brett Wiseman that the Twin City Thunderbirds have even the game at 2 apiece. Oh, Ross Bartlett just whacked a Bobcat right in the face. Somehow not going to get booked for that. Oh, you got to be careful with your stick. Might have caught him in the visor. Now here comes the delayed call. Macchione darts towards the bench. Now heads back towards the goal. Can't believe there's no call. There's only been 2 minor penalties in the game. Here's Kozyrev, thwarted by Clouston. Up towards the point, sent back down low for Mercurio. Mercurio in front, gets through everybody all the way to the point. Sent down low for Kozyrev. Kozyrev across, they score. Demid Pedrasov on the back post, 1 times the puck home, and the Bobcats get it right back. They've made it 5-1. Two minutes and 51 seconds to go, and Demid Pedrasov collects his 6th of the season. He's now have 9 points in his last 7. He's been getting hot at the right time for the Bobcats. Referees having a conference in the middle. I'm not sure what that could be about. So the Breakers might have got away with a penalty, but in the end, the Bobcats show that the puck does not lie. The beautiful goal. 5 different goal scorers for Blue Ridge tonight. Martin, Gallagher, Erickson, Stuckless, and now Pedrasov. Still a long conference over with Wojtek Zemlika on the Blue Ridge bench. Now everybody seems to have their bearings together. We'll go back to the face-off circle. Tied up once again by Gellerman, and he comes away with the puck. He's been brilliant tonight on the face-off circle. Macchione down into the near corner, bumped up ahead to Carson Andrioli. Andrioli with a strong forecheck pressure from Matthew Haran. Gets through to Stuckless. Stuckless toe drags his way around Gellerman, now bumps it out wide on the wing. Into the middle, a turnover. Settled by Haran. And he'll go the other way. Up ahead, searching for Al Rody. And I believe a whistle for offside. 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go in this Aaron's second period. Stick around in the intermission to hear the back half of my and Garrett Johnson's joint interview on the final episode of Breaker Banter. Appreciate everybody who came out for the final episode, number 33. Hard to imagine we started doing that back in June or July and made it 33 episodes to get to where we are today. Season 1 officially in the books, and excited for the future of interviewing these players. Martin down below the end line, able to weave his way out of trouble. Final 120 seconds to go. Faruseth in front, Gallagher on goal. Sharma couldn't locate it, and now able to draw a whistle with Trey Fisher helping him by sliding the puck back between his pads. See if we can get you another update from around the league on the happenings. 5-3, Athens leads Indiana at home. Binghamton has opened up a 4-1 lead in the second period at home over Port Huron. Watertown still leads Danbury 4-3 in the third period out in New York. Twin City and PD locked up at 2 in Winston-Salem. And then Columbus and Monroe still locked up at 2 in Monroe. Topeka has scored another pair to lead at 3-0 against Baton Rouge. Jones in the neutral zone with 90 seconds left to play. Up to Christo. Christo will shoot it in deep. All the way around. Macchione stopped it for a moment. Fisher to the far side. Gallagher in pursuit of the puck with Thornton. Slammed down low by Koch. Now Fisher back for Koch, who had trouble once again with the puck on edge. And Faruseth on to Mercurio now. Gallagher to Stoya. Up the other way once again. Mercurio over the blue line. Drops it on off. McHugh in front has his shot blocked. Final 50 seconds to go in period 2. Walking in. Shot missed the net from Kozyrev. To the near side. St. Pierre pinches down low below the net in front. Good opportunity for McHugh, and Stoya steers it out of traffic. At center now. Final 35 seconds to go in this Aaron's second period. Still 5-1 Bobcats. Out shooting the Breakers 34-16. Breakers with 8 shots in each of the opening 2 frames. Bobcats in this second period have 21. Bartlett for Stoya, back for Koch on goal. Big save, Macchione. Had to be sharp, and he was, with Hugo Koch coming in hot. Final 7 seconds to go. Kozyrev, forced out by Spinelli, finds St. Pierre running out of time on goal. Sharma grabs it, and that will summon the buzzer. Through 40 minutes, the Bobcats lead the Breakers 5-1, out shooting them 35-17. Fun night of hockey thus far. We'll see what's in store for the final 20, as now some pushing and shoving involving Matt Stoya and Nick McHugh at the end of the frame. McHugh through the linesman, got a left in at Stoya. The benches have cleared. Everybody looking for a partner. Stoya now will barrel his way off to the locker room. And he'll go for a little extra of a time. As the teams will officially separate, we'll head to break. It's our Coastal Prince second intermission. All that and more coming momentarily here on Breakers TV.
But as someone who's been through it, what is the driving force that keeps you wanting to pursue this hockey dream?
Ultimately, my family. My family would like to see me succeed, and I'd say just getting to do what I love every day. I do welding back home. I hate my job. Hate it. I love hanging out with the guys and getting to do what I worked on growing up, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, the guys make everything so much more enjoyable. It's no secret the record hasn't been exactly what we wanted when we sat down at training camp with the whole group. And let's talk about that for a second. You're one of 2 guys remaining from training camp all the way back at the beginning of the season. You and Trey Fisher.
Me and Trey Fisher, I am coming for the prize. Don't worry.
We're trying to see who the last man standing is going to be. It's like an episode of Squid Games or whatever. But so as someone who's just kind of seen it all, seen a lot of faces come and go, who are a few guys that you just miss having around and hanging out with that were just good guys?
Wow.
I know.
That's a great question, Dev.
I don't think they'll be offended if you leave anyone out, but
no.
If there are a few that come to mind immediately.
That is an incredible question. Well, definitely Pisey and Sharps. That was a tough one to see go. Probably Rosie. Yeah. Rosie was hilarious. He was a pain in my butt sometimes, but like any goalie partner, right? He was a funny guy. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. I honestly, they're all blending in.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of movement, and it's tough to tell right off the top of my head.
Yeah, there's been so many great faces. I mean, we've got to meet them all. I was fortunate enough to call my 100th game the other night, which was pretty incredible.
And we got you the win. That was awesome.
The win was the icing on the cake for me. But
that
then,
was awesome.
just looking around and seeing the people who have been here, the more seasoned people who've been here this season, just really appreciate how far we've come and how much we've been able to do.
Absolutely.
It was a special moment, and I think Mikey Roy also is a guy whose praises we don't sing enough. Let's talk Mikey for a sec.
Mikey.
I don't think we've discussed him too much on the podcast.
You could spend a few hours talking about that guy.
Yeah, we'll keep it within the YouTube guidelines.
Yeah,
but what can you tell us about Michael Roy, who's as the boys, everyone who's come and gone from here has sung his praises as the best equipment manager in this league?
By far,
what makes him so great?
He is. I would say Mikey is a gamer. When it comes to game time, he will gear down and he will do what needs to be done. I mean, normally he'll get to the rink 9, 10 o'clock on a game day, and he won't leave till 10, 11 at night. I mean, that guy does a lot. He's dedicated. He is a hard worker, and nobody else will sharpen my skates in the summertime. I will go the whole summer without sharpening my skates and wait until I see Mikey.
Yeah, I think that's been his shtick, is skate sharpening.
Yes,
has been what's
he is
really
one of the best I've ever had, and I can't go back now.
Yeah, he's a tough guy to have a bad day with. He's just so full of vibes and life, and I don't want to get too sentimental about Mikey because he wouldn't want it to be that way, but he's been great to live with, and he's done so much for the team. As you mentioned, the long hours at the rink, and everything's pristine. I mean, I walk in that locker room 3 hours before puck drop, and it's as nice as it could possibly be.
Exactly.
And Mikey does a great job of ensuring that it gets that way. So I think that he's a huge asset, and off the ice, he's a treat to be around
He
too.
is.
Always good for a few laughs.
Great stories.
Plenty of stories. So many stories. He's found his way into just about every event possible, and he's got a story about how he met this guy, or he was
what concert he snuck into.
Yeah.
Or,
interactions meeting these artists. I remember I was at Rascal Flatts a few weeks ago, and Gary, the lead singer of the band, walks off the stage, and who's the first person he's hugging? It's Mikey Roy, who doesn't have a ticket and is in the front row with a cowboy hat, and he gets the first high five. Go figure, but it's just amazing. This guy is just a man of many wonders, and it's been a joy to get to know him, and you can see the experience that he has from the NHL speaks for itself.
Absolutely.
And what he does day to day.
Absolutely. I mean, he knows when it is time to turn on pro mode. He does.
Okay, so we'll shift gears here. What have been, let's go with in no particular order, but a top 3 moments from this Breakers season. Let's go on the ice first, then we'll go off the ice.
On the ice. Wow.
I think that, I'll kick it off just while you're thinking here, but I think that
probably our first win.
Yeah,
right?
The first win against Topeka was awesome.
That one was awesome.
Pies in overtime twice. Both of those
2
were
times.
Just incredible.
Overtime specialist.
The line brawl in Baton Rouge in December was a lot of fun.
That was a good one.
We had a good time with that.
That was a good one.
Almost had one last weekend, but unfortunately...
Yeah, that didn't work out.
Yeah, you were robbed of that. But
that's all right. We'll try again next time.
It's been a lot of good experiences. We've had the pleasure of going paintballing with the fans. So many have come out here week in and week out, and we really appreciate all you guys.
The paintballing at the beginning of the season, that one was personal. That was great. That was a great team bonding event. I had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, the boys have had a lot of team bonding experiences, being on the road together, and I think it's been awesome. This group is really tight knit.
Yeah.
And I think a big thing too is not to make excuses for anything, but it's a tough division. And you got teams who are experienced, who've played together, and at the end of the day, our boys do everything they can to compete. But it's tough. You're playing a lot of ECHL Division I talent.
Absolutely.
And there's been guys who have come through here with that kind of talent. We've seen flashes, and I'd really have liked to seen what the roster would have shaken out to be if you've had you had all these guys in one spot at the same time. Cade Henry, Yarrow, Heitzner. Blacksmith, Koch. There's been so many threats on the offensive end that we've had, but they've just been in here at different times. Declan Conway. You could go on and on with guys who produce Pikarczyk, but I think it would have been awesome to see this group without all the turnover. There was a bunch of different call-ups or SPHL additions, and I think that if they'd had the season to just grow and develop together without all the turnover, that this team down the stretch could have been in the hunt for that final playoff spot.
We absolutely could have. But I mean, you know what? For player development, that's great for them. I hope it all works out, right? Because we all want to move up, right?
Exactly.
That's the end game.
Exactly.
We can't be selfish and want to win a cup. But would it be nice? It'd be awesome, right?
Yeah. And the Coliseum's been a fun place to be
Coliseum,
all year long.
That's
that place is massive.
It's a cool ring.
Yeah, we enjoyed playing there. It's got a lot of character. Apparently it's haunted. I didn't run into any ghosts, knock on wood, but
I haven't
apparently
seen
it's
any.
haunted.
That's what I heard.
It's on an episode of Ghostbusters, so I'm not sure. Fortunately, haven't had to deal with that, but the MCC staff, at least from a technical standpoint for me, has been the utmost helpful. Just everybody who we've had the pleasure of having in and out of here this season has really stepped up. All the boosters, all the people who've come and helped with groceries and day-to-day things, just making sure the boys are in the best place they can be to play.
Absolutely.
So a lot of thank yous are in order, and as we go through these final couple weeks, I think they'll start to reveal themselves. But 5 games left, John.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you now, what are the
Let's
boys
hear it.
going to have to do to pull off a couple big victories?
If we play like we did Friday, if we stay composed, have everything together, I think the boys will do it. I mean, Friday, it felt electric. The guys came into the locker room, guys were picking each other up. It was a great time. It was a fun night to play hockey. The introduction alone juiced me up, and I wasn't even starting. So,
Yeah, the Louis Dumont in the house, and then along with the Seawolves video, it was
Roger
awesome.
Maxwell, that was a treat right there, right?
Yeah, no, we had so many
awesome
opportunities on that Seawolves weekend, and people that came out and helped or reached out even. It was a fun weekend to be a part of.
Yeah.
So I feel very lucky to have called those games, and even more special that it was the 100th for me. So an absolute blast. But Johnny, we're wrapping up our interview here. We're approaching that time where I'm starting to bleed over into intermission cuts and stuff.
Yeah.
But tell us, what's been the thing you've enjoyed most about this season?
Wow. Definitely, I've had a lot of fun with the guys. Really have. We always have ice, for the most part, most of the season. I'd say just being with the guys, location, a little bit of a snowbird now.
Yeah.
Spoiled for sure. But just the team itself. We've had some great guys come through, and we've had some great hockey players, and getting to travel around with the guys and really know one another has been a real treat for me. So.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, and I always like to leave it with you, even though you were interviewing me for most of this time, but a message to the fans as well as anyone who may be tuning in that you'd like to say hi to.
Probably my mother. I don't know if she'll watch it, but maybe she does. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for coming out this season, and I'd like to thank the Booster Club and everybody that has helped us along the way. You guys really made this easy for us and have done absolutely wonders. So thank you, everybody, for showing up and supporting us. And that's all from me today.
Yeah, we'll wrap this thing up. I'll be back for the conclusion momentarily. But Garrett, I really appreciate you having me on the show here today. And
Devin, I'm glad you finally came, and it was a pleasure.
Looking forward to the return from suspension for you.
Absolutely, it should be a good one.
All right, I'll be right back in a moment to wrap up the final episode of Breaker Banter.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Looking for non-stop fun? Skyzone Beluxy at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Skyzone Beluxy truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Skyzone Beluxy.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Golfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Golfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiries is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Golfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Golfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Fosi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Fosi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Golfport.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
And we welcome you back out of our Coastal Prints second intermission report. We gear up for the third period presented by Half Shell Oyster House. Here's a quick look at the game summary up until this point through 40 minutes. Bobcats lead the Breakers 5-1, scoring open at 7:33 in the first with Martin potting his 25th, and at 16:27 Gallagher got it his 8th. To the second period we went, just 66 seconds in. Robin Erickson beats a scrambling Rahul Sharma for his 4th of the year. His second straight goal against Biloxi this season to make it 3-0. Then at 8:39, Stuckless with his 26th of the year made it 4. Ross Bartlett got one back on the walk-ons power play to make it 4-1. And then Padrasov with his 6th gets it right back. Bobcats 5, Breakers 1. Our intermission game stats look as so. 5-1 Bobcats lead the Breakers, out shooting them 35-17 on the power play. Blue Ridge 0 for 1, the Breakers 1 for 1. 2 penalty minutes aside here in this one, but tensions were coming to a boil at the conclusion of the last period. Could we have anything in store tonight? Breakers from left to right, Bobcats from right to left. Mercurio, Stoya for the opening face-off on the logo. And we're back underway. Mercurio ties it up. It's controlled by Pedrasov and sent right back to him through the neutral zone. Pedrasov across, Kozyrev, backhander scores. Well, that didn't take long, all of 13 seconds for Nikita Kozyrev to finesse a backhander right between the legs of Rahul Sharma, adds to his team-high point total now with 62 in his 51st game played. 18th of the year for Nikita Kozyrev, who had a hat trick against the Breakers the last time they played. 13 seconds in. All it took for the Bobcats there. Wow. If you're getting back from the bathroom a little late, you would have missed it. As this one will be iced again, so not an ideal start for the Breakers. Already giving up a goal and icing the puck here. 19:42 to go in this Half-Shell Oyster House third period. Defensive zone draw for Matt Gellerman up against Michael Mercurio, the assistant captain of the Bobcats. Mercurio locks up the draw, and it's possessed by Pedrasov. Pedrasov swings below the goal, looking for a lane, turns it right over to Matthew Haran. Haran from north to south the other way. Disrupted for a moment, loose puck can't be settled by Gellerman, and it's taken away by Pedrasov. Up the wall to Michael Mercurio through the neutral zone. Mercurio with a burst of speed. Lost a handle on it. Sent up and out of the zone with a nice play by Clouston. Haran, 1-on-3. Can't squeeze through them all. Loses the puck in the process. St. Pierre sauces it over the errant stick and will have it back below his own goal line. A breakout pass on to the tape of Daly. Daly with pressure from Al Rhodey. Rhodey in front, angled on goal for a moment by Stuckless, turned aside by Sharma. 30 saves for Rahul Sharma on the outing. Now another opportunity, McHugh looking to pull it to his forehand, and it gets through everybody all the way back out to center. Sent ahead to McHugh. McHugh far out wide, in between the circles, on for Stuckless, who missed the net. On the near side wall, Daly hits the break, shakes off the pressure of Fisher, and now looks to go back into the near corner. Coils it back up to the point. Hallbig jammed on the shot attempt, takes down Clintworth, and now here come the Breakers. Delayed call coming. Thornton holds, and gave it right away. And that will result in a Breakers power play when we return, or not rather when we return, but after the indication is made. Just the third power play opportunity of the night for either side. So Hallbig off to the box, opening up another walk-ons power play. $18:11 to go, period 3. Bobcats with the lone goal thus far in the third period to make it 6-1. Hugo Koch sends it across. One-timer by Gellerman. Didn't get much on it. Fisher out there with a power play 1 unit in light of all the absences. Bartlett back for Fisher. Fisher steps through the near circle, out to the point. Held for a moment by Stoya. Shot thwarted by Martin, up and into the air. Glove down by Erickson and sent to the point again. Stoya searching for Gellerman. Put it right by him, and the Bobcats send it the length of the sheet. Here comes Hugo Koch across the line, all by himself, waiting for some help. Can't outlet to Bartlett. Bartlett to the point for Stoya. Stoya down low, looking for a tip from Fisher, and it goes wide. Bartlett to the point for Koch. Stoya calling for it, wanted the one-timer, and it redirected wide. Short-handed, Mercurio will be the first one there, but Sharma, way out of his cage to play it, will settle it down for Fisher. 3 minutes gone by. Period number 3, our Half-Shell Oyster House third period. 6-1, Bobcats lead the Breakers. Here's Koch. Hits the brakes hard. Sends it across in the direction of Stoya. Taken away and sent back out to center once more. Spinelli. Below the end line, slows things down, and now will wheel up the near side. Spinelli steps by Daly, looking to drop it off for Fisher, who shoots it in deep. Funky bounce off the stanchion. Fisher imposes his will on a Bobcat, and Once again, it'll be sent down the length. Pomelion, first one there to retrieve it. And here he goes. Pomelion up ahead to Carter Thornton. Hugo Koch now with it. Koch back looking for Thornton, cut off, and now the Bobcats shorthand with a 2-on-2 break. They're back to full strength as well. McHugh has his pocket picked. Al Rody circles around the other way. Drifting across the blue line. Left it for Koch, taken by Faruseth, and he tilts the ice back towards Sharma. Faruseth has his shot go well wide. 5:15:50 to go here, period 3, 6-1 Blue Ridge. Macchione around to play it for Faruseth. Up ahead. Pedrasov back into his own end, drops it off to his defensive partner. Now onto the tape of Stuckless. Stuckless lost the handle on it for a moment. Hit from behind by Jones, who threw him into the wall, and now we have a whistle. It's an offside being assessed, 15:25 to go. Shots 36-18 in favor of the Bobcats. 4 more regular season games after tonight for the Breakers. Closing out the interdivision clash tomorrow night. Home finale against these Bobcats, 7 o'clock. Those black jerseys go up for auction following the game. Peyton Jones can't reel it in. No icing, so says the linesman. Nice effort by Jones to throw St. Pierre down below the end line. Puck squirts through the blue paint. Held by Kozyrev. Into the skates of St. Pierre, taken back away by Alexis Hardy. And sent out by Stoya. Or off of Stoya, but not out. Pedrasov on the backhand. Looks to angle it on goal. 14 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Sent up and out of the zone. Rosenbaum, little trouble with it for a moment. Then a giveaway. Stoya caught offside across the line. That will take us into our first media timeout of period 3. Breakers trail the Bobcats 6-1. We'll be back in a few moments right here on Breakers TV.
'Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment, in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
14:35 to go. Martin out there to do the ensuing face-off with Matt Stoya. It's a face-off win for the Bobcats. They have it in their own end. Twin City now in front of the PD Ice Cats 3-2 in the third period. That's a game they have to win, so back in the driver's seat after losing their 1-goal margin earlier. Danny Martin steps across the blue line. Swivels up towards the point, back across. Stoya on for Gallagher. And now to the near side, Hugo Koch steps across the blue line. Koch in front, looking for Bartlett, who was crashing the net. Still free, pounded in the direction of the goal, and goes wide. Spinelli shakes off one man, steps right by him through the near circle. Into the skates of Stoya from a low angle on goal and turned aside by Macchione. 13:40 to go in our half-shell Oyster House third period. Here's for Rousseff, near circle, sends one into the glove of Sharma, and he'll drop it off for Trey Fisher. To the near side, Stoya jabs it ahead in the direction of Bartlett, settled by Nick Stuckless. Sent over to the far side for St. Pierre. Now on the near side, Andrioli in front. Nice effort from Rahul Sharma, and it gets through for Von Clouston. Clouston, closed off into the boards. Finds Zach Pamelian. Pamelian over the blue line, goes out wide to the left wing. Sending one down low where Gellerman and St. Pierre converge. St. Pierre wins the battle, sends it to his defensive partner up and out of the zone. McHugh somehow stayed onside into the skates of Pamelian. Pamelian sends it over to the far side where Mercurio has got it. 12 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this half-shell Oyster House third period. 6-1 Blue Ridge leads, and Mercurio just caught offside here. Would have had an opportunity in all alone with 12:38 remaining. See if we have any updates from our out-of-town scoreboard. Just mentioned that Twin City game, which is really the biggest one here tonight. That two-game set with the Ice Cats. Columbus and Monroe still tied at 3. Topeka with a 4-goal lead over Baton Rouge. Danbury's come back to tie it at 4 in the third period in Watertown, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Athens and Indiana separated by 2. 5-3, the Rock Lobsters lead the Sentinels. And Binghamton in a physical battle with Port Huron leads them 5-1. Here's Carter Thornton weaving out of his own end through the logo at center. Thornton sends it down low. Into the near corner. To the point for Demi Christo. Christo flips it up, kitty corner style, in towards Fisher. Fisher bumps back for Thornton, far circle. Thornton's shot never got through. Jones thought he was going for a trip, looked around at all the referees who keep their arms down. Just 3 minor penalties in the game here tonight. Cozy Rev with Mercurio just barely dragging the skate onside. Pedrasov in between the circles, drops it off. Erickson shoots one. Never got all the way through off of Christo. Fisher will send it out and across. Matt Stoya, who had just got onto the ice. Breakers got lucky. Almost a too-many-men call. Inside 11 and a half minutes to go. 6-1 Bobcats lead the Breakers. Stoya in stride across the blue line. Lost a handle on it. Taken away by Gallagher. Over to Danny Martin, who wheels up the right wing. Martin on his backhand all the way around the goal. Drops it off for Erickson. Down low for Rousseff. Jabbed away. And taken by Pamelian. Pamelian whiffed on the pass attempt. Now bangs it back down low for Stoya. To the near side, Pamelian again. Back for Stoya. Stoya slows it down. Cross ice. Hugo Koch has it. Koch trying to keep his point streak alive. He'll pedal his way through center. Taken away for a moment. And right back in the arms of Stoya. Final 10:40 after this whistle will be set to play. It actually make that 10:43 in our half-shell Oyster House third. Shots are 38-18 in favor of the Bobcats. Breakers with just 3 shots on goal through the opening 9:17 here in this third period. Face-off won by Gellerman. Sent to the near side for Brendan Spinelli. Spinelli up ahead. Matthew Horan has it. Horan across the blue line for Gellerman. In tight, big shot and a better save from Macchione. And now we have a whistle and potentially a call coming. It's going to be a hook. Off to the box. I believe it's Nick Stuckless banging his stick on the glass as he's sent off. 10:32 to go. And the Breakers headed back to the walk-ons power play. Breakers are 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. Their lone goal, courtesy of Ross Bartlett, came a man up. See if that result can hold true here in their third effort. Just the 4th power play of the game. Sent to the point for Matt Stoya to reel in. Matt Stoya, far point. D-to-D pass for Hugo Koch. Back down low for Trey Fisher. Fisher near circle. All the way across where Stoya's got it again. Sent all the way around the wall, up high and out of play. And with 10:11 to go, another offensive zone draw set to come. No fights in this affair as well. A.J. Schlepp returning from his 3-game suspension tomorrow for the season finale at home for the Breakers. False start on the face-off, and with 10:09 to go, we'll do it again. Another tie-up on the draw, just gets by a leaping, or rather a reaching Matt Stoya, who comes back to corral it. Hugo Koch hits the brakes, swivels away from the forecheck pressure of Justin Daly to the near side. He'll bank it in deep. Koch run into the wall by the other number 93, Carson Andrioli. Gellerman locked up with Jordan Rosenbaum, the former Breaker in the M-wall. Goes over to the far side for Stoya again. Stoya locks up with Bartlett. Now back up to the point for Stoya. Sent on goal, redirected by Bartlett in front, and a big save. Macchione. Gellerman on the follow is stoned once again. 9:32 to go. We're going to head to break. Breakers trail the Bobcats 6-1 back in a splash.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
Breakers trail the Bobcats 6-1 here on Good Friday inside the Coast Coliseum. Another minute to go on their walk-ons power play, their third of the night. And it looks like just a little bit of an extra delay here coming out of the media timeout. Bartlett will do it with Carson Gallagher over in the far circle. And it's face-off win. Fisher up to the point. Stoya down to a knee, able to keep it in. On for Fisher again, through the seam. Fisher down low, Bartlett scores! Trey Fisher to Ross Bartlett on the back door, and the Breakers are able to strike once again. Bartlett asking Fisher to lead the line, even though he didn't score, but made the play happen. Classy act there from Bartlett, and it's 6-2. Bartlett's got both of them here tonight, and both have come on the power play. 9:20 remains in this third period. Score 6-2 in favor of the Bobcats, but the Breakers get one back here. Each team with a goal here in this third period. Back underway. Tie up over in the far side. Peyton Jones has to grab his stick away. Sent around for Radchenko. Little stick battle going on the far side. Peyton Jones loves mixing it up physically. Here's Kozyrev walking in. Mercurio tried to go short side. Big save. Rahul Sharma with 8:55 to go in this third period. Fisher and Gellerman credited with the assists on the goal for Ross Bartlett, his 17th of the season, second of the night. Thornton having a quick conversation over on the wing. Not sure what that could be about. Maybe just some pleasantries. To the point, Erickson shimmies and shakes. Shoots one on goal, held by Rahul Sharma. With 8:49 to go, just a couple more seconds bleed off the clock here. Down in the corner, I'm not sure if you can see him, but A.J. Schlepp stands at 6'8" over by the Coke tables. That would be towards the top of your screen. He's getting fired up to go tomorrow and give these fans something to cheer about with, you'd have to imagine, a fight in the season finale at home. Thornton looking back to the far side. Looked to reverse a hit on Erickson, who played it well, patiently outweighted him, and then Thornton taken down, and he's in some pain. Thornton down on all fours, covering his face. It looks to be a high sticking call coming with 8:33 to go, and we'll see if there's going to be any repercussions for that from the Breakers. Thornton slowly back to his feet, being helped off the ice by the trainer, Gracie Parker. And luckily, he appears to be okay. So Pedrasov sent off to the box with 8:33 to go, and the Breakers will go to work on their fourth walk-ons power play. They're 2 for 3. Trey Fisher officially with a new season high, 19 points this year. His FPHL career has 37, 18 of them came in his rookie campaign last year. Sits at 99 games. Tomorrow will be the centennial for him. Picks up an assist here tonight. They haven't put the penalty time on the board just yet. There it is, 2 minutes. So no extra for any blood. And we're back underway. Sent up towards the point. Spinelli across for Hugo Koch. Koch, far side, loading up a drive from Stoya, tipped in front by Fisher, up and into the seats. It's an illegal check to the head, the official call from the referees in charge. Shots 40-23 in favor of the Cats. They lead at 6-2. Breakers have done a good job of playing disciplined hockey tonight. Just the one minor penalty against this high-powered Blue Ridge power play unit. Bartlett kicks it to the point for Stoya. Stoya steps through the far circle, walks in, big shot, and never got all the way through. Stoya nudges it around to Trey Fisher, who sweeps it up towards the point. Nice play by Koch to keep the zone time alive. Ushers it back for Fisher. Back to Koch. Now Fisher again in the near corner. Fisher shovels it far side. Gellerman bumps it out to the point for Stoya. Stoya far circle. Finds Hugo Koch on the near point. Koch shimmies and shakes away from Mercurio. Back into the awaiting arms of Matt Stoya. Down low, Ross Bartlett. Back to Matt Stoya. Bank pass to the point, Hugo Koch. Koch for Stoya once more. Down into the corner, Fisher has it again. Fisher wheels it around, but it goes down as a turnover to Mercurio, and this one will be sent the length. 7.5 minutes remaining in this half-shell Oyster House third period. Score 6-2 Blue Ridge. Fisher bumps it to Brendan Spinelli over on the near side. Spinelli runs right into Kozyrev, now gets it back. Spinelli up ahead to Stoya. On for Hugo Koch, off the wall. Koch surveys. Fanned on the pass attempt, now has it back. Curling his way over outside. On the far point. Now Brendan Spinelli near side. Back to Hugo Koch, calling for it is Stoya. It goes to Spinelli instead. Spinelli back down low for Fisher. 25 seconds remaining on the penalty. Spinelli for Fisher. Fisher in front for Spinelli again. Being jammed at in front of Macchione, and stepping away with it is Bartlett. Bartlett hits the brakes. Sends it to the near point for Hugo Koch. Koch back for Spinelli. Not a whole lot of shots for the Breakers on this man advantage. Koch, Stoya, quick shot, and a better save made by Macchione right off the handle of the stick. At the point again, Koch for Spinelli, near circle. Spinelli, quick shot is held by Macchione with 6:27 to go. That will do it for the extra attacker. 9:12 local time here. Breakers trailing by 4 against the Bobcats. Just got going a little late after Blue Ridge had already opened a large lead. Around the league, not a whole lot of changes. Twin Cities added a little insurance, going up 4-2 on the PD Ice Cats at home in the third. Topeka leads Baton Rouge 4-0 at home. Danbury from down 1 is now up 2, 6-4. They lead it on the road against Watertown, and Athens has defeated Indiana officially 5-3. Bingo and Port Huron still separated by 4 as the third period has gotten going out in New York. Sharma warrants a stop with 6:15 to go. We'll get ready for another face-off back in the breaker end. Martin and Haran battle for the face-off, settled by Peyton Jones, who spins it back around. To the near side, Christo with it. Christo, a giveaway. Pamelion stepped up to jab it free. Into the corner again. Jones sweeps it around for Haran. Haran sends it to the point. Held in by Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum shimmies at the blue line, now has it and sends it down low again. 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this third and final period here on Friday night action in the FPHL. Al Rody across the blue line. Burst of speed, burns Rosenbaum to the goal! And a big save made by Macchione. Faruseth, hindered by Rody on the forecheck. Faruseth fights to get it back up the wall, taken by Fisher. Fisher for Haran, who didn't get much on the shot, and it goes wide on the blocker side. Christo to the near side for Matt Haran. Haran cross ice for Zach Pamelion. Pamelion curls away from the pressure. All the way to the point, slings one in on Macchione. Final 5 minutes to go here in period 3. Mercurio up ahead to Pedrasov. He squeezes by Rody, but not before accepting the contact. Rody in front, Fisher! Big save by Max Macchione. And now some more pushing and shoving as the whistle sounds. 4:45 to go. Macchione robs Trey Fisher of his 11th of the season. Fisher shows some respect with a tap on the pads. 4:45 to go. 6-2 Bobcats back in a splash.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment, in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
4:45 to go here, period 3. My name is Devin Doback, along with you on Breakers TV and on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. 6-2's our score in favor of the Bobcats, out shooting the Breakers 41-28. Breakers have had a competitive third period, helped out by a little power play time, but trying to make this a more respectable final score down the stretch here, as I don't think they're going to find a way to pull out the win. To the near side, Mercurio uses his right skate to kick it to his forehand, glides into the zone. Sends it back down low, intended for Kozyrev. Stoya able to dribble it out with his stick blade. On for Bartlett, back for Stoya. Stoya back for Bartlett once again. Bartlett sauces for a one-timer by Clouston. That will be held by Macchione and then finally released to Tim St. Pierre. St. Pierre takes a stick check from Matt Stoya, able to bust the puck to the near side for Mercurio. Mercurio into the middle, one-timer from St. Pierre is turned aside by Rahul Sharma. A big stop that time when they needed it most. Sharma in and out of the glove, still free, still loose. Nobody can locate it, and the whistle sounds. 3:43 to go. Shots 43-30 in favor of the Bobcats. They lead at 6-2 on the scoreboard as well. Couple last minute changes for the Breakers. Offensive zone draw for Zemlicka's Bobcats. Once again, tomorrow night, puck drops at 7 o'clock. The home black uniforms will be worn for the final time and go up for auction following the evening's game. So we hope you can join us for that final home game. Close out 2025-2026 here at Breaker Bay. In tight, there's a beautiful goal from in tight. What a shot, high and tight from Nick Stuckless. Right on the doorstep, lifts it right over the glove side of Rahul Sharma and into the shelf to make it 7-2. Three minutes and 43 seconds to go. Breakers win the ensuing draw. Christo up ahead to Haran, sent across for Brendan Spinelli. Spinelli, a drop pass. Al Rodi leaves it for Demi Christo once again. Christo winds back for Rodi through center on to Haran. Beautiful pass that time that just barely snuck through. Haran shielding the puck to the goal with purpose. Into the middle, Gellerman. To the point for Christo again. Christo down low. Gellerman angles it on net. A big kick save made by Macchioni. Down into the Breakers' end. This will go down as an icing with 3 minutes and 7 seconds to go. And a little shipping up to Boston comes in through the speakers. That always gets me fired up. Returning home in a couple weeks for the off season. There's 4 more games. Season will end for Biloxi on April 11th with the Baton Rouge Zydeco. 3 games in 3 days there, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Bobcats with it. It's dropped off for a chance in front. Still free, being kicked around. Sharma got taken out, and Stoya not happy either. Stoya just flipped the bucket of Rosenbaum down over his eyes. 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go, and Sharma back up to his feet. Still no attendance number for you tonight. Excited to welcome a large crowd tomorrow for the Bobcats and the Breakers' home season finale for Biloxi. Koch in a foot race. On the backhand, on goal. Macchioni comes up with a big stop. Erickson spins back in his own end. Sends it down low. Stop and start from behind the goal by Radchenko. Radchenko sauces to Damon for Rusev. Across the blue line, 3-on-2 for the Bobcats if they hurry. Martin coils one in front. Cut off by Stoya. Sent ahead. Koch wasn't ready for it. And this one will go all the way down for an icing. 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this half-shell Oyster House third. Breakers trail 7-2. So the Bobcats have averaged 7 goals per game in 5 contests against the Breakers this season. Not a stat you want to be on the receiving end of, but their offense speaks for itself. They've won a league best 7 in a row. Shortly will make it 8, and inching closer to that number 3 spot in the Empire Division for the playoff picture. 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go as Sharma swallows up another. Shots 47-32 in favor of the Bobcats, tickling that 50 mark once again. Martin and Fisher set to do it again. Thornton wants to switch sides with Clouston, who will drop back to the defensive spot. Hear a pin drop in here for a moment there. Wow, it got really quiet. Busted out of the zone, up ahead to Peyton Jones. Jones rubbed into the boards by Radchenko, sent back for Rusev. Final 125 seconds to go in this third period of work. Erickson bumps it ahead, taken away by Jones and sent out for Carter Thornton. Thornton over the blue line, steps by one, now 2 Bobcats. Backhands it right into the teeth of the D, and it's sent right back out. Clouston pounds it back the other way. Martin through center on his horse. Inside 100 seconds to go. And his shot goes well up and into the seats. Souvenir for a lucky fan. 97 seconds remain in regulation. See if we have any other updates for you in the closing moments of this one around the league. Monroe with a 4-3 lead over the Columbus River Dragons. Athens won tonight, but Monroe's still a chance to clinch that top spot. They just need to basically win out with the way Athens is playing. 6-0 Topeka leads Baton Rouge. 4-2 Twin City leads PD. 7-5 the Hat-Tricks lead the Wolves. And we already mentioned the final, Athens with a win 5-3 over Indiana. And Binghamton still in front of Port Huron out in New York in the third period, 5-1. 92 seconds to go. Regulation. Mercurio and Gellerman this time. Christo up into the neutral zone. Gellerman collides with Kozyrev. Dumped in by Hallbig. Bumped up by Spinelli and angled by Rhodey up ahead to Christo, who's looking for Gellerman. Breakers stay onside. Haran drops it back for Rhodey, who gets crunched into the boards. 1 minute remaining in this half-shell Oyster House third. Mercurio out wide on the far side. Sends it across. Kozyrev in tight. Tried to open up the 5-hole. Still free. Sharma comes up with another save. 43 on the evening for Rahul Sharma. Spinelli out of his own end. Cut off by a Bobcat. Christo, his former Franklin Pierce teammate, helps him out the other way. 35 seconds to go. In a 7-2 hockey game, Blue Ridge set to secure their 8th straight victory. Spinelli looking for Koch. It's a giveaway. Walking in, Andrioli. Now to the far side. Walking down. Shot from Daly is covered by Sharma with 20 seconds remaining. Another face-off back in Sharma's end of things. Shots on goal, 51-32 in favor of the Bobcats. Breakers have logged 16 shots. Check that, 15 shots in the frame. Another strong effort, though, from the Bobcats. They've just about matched that. 16-15, Blue Ridge leads in shots. Final dozen seconds to go. Collected by Rosenbaum. Sent around the wall for Erickson. Make it 5 seconds. Stoya, one last shot on goal, goes wide off the wall, and that will do it. The Blue Ridge Bobcats take this one by a final of 7-2 in the second to last home game here at Breaker Bay this season. Final shot totals 51-32 in favor of the Blue Ridge Bobcats as well. Not a whole lot of penalties in this one. Wasn't a physical affair like we're used to seeing with these two teams, but once again, the Bobcats are victorious. The 5th time in 5 matchups thus far against the Breakers this season. Tomorrow night, the season finale at home for the Breakers. 3 more games after tomorrow, but tomorrow will be the home finale with the Breakers and the Bobcats squaring off at 7 o'clock. Those home black uniforms will go up for auction following the game for tomorrow night. It's also Fan Appreciation Night, so if you have the chance to get out to the Coast Coliseum, I greatly encourage you to. Breakers will salute the crowd, and that will turn the page into tomorrow. I appreciate everybody who turned in to our broadcast here on Breakers TV and on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. On behalf of our entire crew here at the Coast Coliseum, my name's Devin Dobak, the voice of the Breakers.